there, Bootstrappers. This is Ryan Nickel coming at you with another day in the life of a real estate bootstrap real estate investor. I can never get this thing right. What number? This is episode number what? 89, and I still can't get this right? Oh, bootstrap, real estate, bootstrap, real estate, bootstrap, real estate. That's gonna be my theme song for my podcast. All right. So details matter. My gosh, they matter. So in the past, what I have done is I have. In fact, I just closed on this one. I closed on this house on Monday. This was the one where I got the check for like $10,000, $1,100, or $10,100 something bucks. I bought this house last July, and what I did was I got the contract and the money. Let me see how I did this. Almost a year ago. I'm trying to remember this. And see, details matter. I signed the contract for the purchase agreement. Yeah, this is what I did. So July 3rd, I signed a contract for deed, collected the cash, and then I did not get the deed transferred over into my name until like July 6th. So I technically sold the property that I did not even have the right to sell. And so my contract for deed is like, I mean, technically it's null and void because I had no right to sell it. I had a purchase agreement with the guy, so technically I had some kind of interest because of the purchase agreement in that property. But I didn't have the cash. Actually, I didn't even need cash. I don't even know why I did it this way, because it was a straight subject to purchase with no cash being transferred whatsoever. But anyway, I sold it prior to actually owning it, and I should have been like this. So I had the horse before the cart when the cart should have been before the horse, or vice versa, whatever. And so I did it wrong, and we still closed it. It still happened to close at the title company. What we ended up doing was having the seller convey title to me, and then having myself convey title to the guy that I sold it to my buyer, and then he conveyed title to the person who bought it from him. So it was a big old chain of title, and that's what the title company had us do to correct that issue. So it wasn't even an issue. But here's where I'm at today. So I have a house that I am taking over subject to. I also have an adjacent 5 acres so I'm taking over a house subject to no money out of pocket. The adjacent 5 acres I'm buying on time. 5 annual installments of $12 grand. So it's going to be $60,000 overall. And so here's the deal that I had. Here's the dilemma. I'm meeting with my buyer tonight, and he has $50,000 to put down. I need the $50,000 so I can get 12 of that to pay to my seller for the adjacent land. Now I could go ahead and get the subject to and all that stuff. But anyway, the fact of the matter is that I'm not meeting with the seller who I'm buying it from until tomorrow. So technically I would have another contract for deed, get the cash, and then I'd actually get the deed signed tomorrow. Well, as I'm sitting there getting everything all ready, about an hour before, I realized, you know what? This is the wrong way. I don't need to be doing business this way. In fact, I didn't even need to be doing business at all, ever this way, because details matter. Details matter, details matter, details matter. So what I did was I put the brakes on everything, rearranged my schedule. I'm driving to right now. I was supposed to meet with them at 7:02. I pushed that back to 7:30. I probably won't get there till closer to 8. It's all just like whatever. But you know what? I'm meeting with my seller. I have all of the paperwork needed for them to, 1, transfer the deed over to me for the. I also went down to the bank. I had the cash in the bank, so I went and got a cashier's check for $12,000. I'm going to meet with her, give her the $12,000. I don't need my seller's $50,000 to do this, or excuse me, my buyer's $50,000. So I am meeting with her, and I got the cashier's check, got all the paperwork, got everything ready and set up so we can do the notes and the subject to purchase and all the disclosures and everything that go along with that. And so I got all that done, taken care of. I have my mobile notary who's going to meet me there at the property at 7, whenever time I get there. And then after that, we're immediately going to drive to my buyer, to their property, to their residence and do everything all at once. So I'm going to have my deeds time stamped. Everything's going to be time stamped with my with my seller and with my buyer, so that I have a perfect chain of title showing that I have legal interest and ownership in this property, that I can go ahead and do what I am claiming that I can do. So meeting with my seller, time stamping all the documentation from my notary, then going and meeting with my buyer, collecting the cash, and time stamping everything then and there. All said and done. Details matter. When you're doing this stuff, you need to make sure that you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's. Just because I don't have E&O insurance. Maybe that's something that I should have, is errors and omissions insurance. It's all nothing but like a $500. I'm rattling all over the place. $500 a year or something like that for $1 million policy. And that's actually something, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm going to actually go ahead and do that. I've had E&O insurance before in the past. I'm going to go ahead and do it again because details matter. Sometimes, something happens. You never know what could happen, but something can happen. And when it does, or if it does, then I'm covered. So anyway, I love this game. I absolutely love it. I should show you sometime exactly how I pulled this one off. This was quite a feat for me to negotiate between the buyer and the seller and myself and get paid all along the way. This was a referral, by the way, that came to me. And man, what an awesome opportunity. I'm going to be doing a testimonial with her later this evening for everything that transpired, how we're helping her, and how she's, of course, helping us. But anyway, details matter. This is Ryan Nickel. I'm a bootstrap real estate investor. I'm just bootstrapping this bitch one deal at a time. And keep in mind, you are just one deal away, from changing your entire financial future. Imagine what you could do with the money that we're collecting on this deal. I mean, come on. You know what? I take that back. In the negotiation, he had $50,000. He has the cashier's checks all ready to go. I up my purchase price and my equity in the deal, and I've upped my cash flow. So he's actually only come to the table with $35,000 today, which is okay. I'm not worried about that at all. Still, $35,000. What could you do? How would that change your life? How could that change your circumstances with one deal? $35,000 cash flowing, receiving an extra $3,000 annually for the next 5 years on top of that, plus cash flowing $475 a month. What would that do? I don't know. I know what it's doing for me and my family. Anyway, I'm Ryan Nichols, signing out as a bootstrap real estate investor.